Hello Cancer. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. Wow, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. They're not very responsible, are they? Not very reliable. They're very inconsistent. So this is for those of you that may have been with someone. Maybe you're still with someone. This is a relationship that could have been in the past. Could be a current relationship. Could also be someone that you've had a situationship with, or someone that you've met. There's a whole lot of energy, but no one's really speaking up. My method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. All right. So we have here two cards that are a little on the dark and dreary side. We have Crisis as well as Embracing the Shadow. But this is your person of interest. This is something that they're going through. It could be a small possibility that some of you may be also feeling these similar feelings. First card is the strongest. We have here Responsibility, followed by Mothering, Pleasure, Crisis, Embracing the Shadow, Beauty, Betrayal, Opening. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have Centering. All right. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Cancer, the connection that I have with you, it has grown over time. And now I've realized that I never really was reliable. I was never really consistent. I wasn't consistent with the things that I would say. My actions did not align up to my words. Many things I would just put off. Many things I would avoid. It's because I didn't want to do certain things simply just because it made me feel uncomfortable. But now I realize what I've lost. Someone who can give me unconditional love. You are this person who provides tender love and care, warmth. The feelings that I have for you, they are strong. I do know that in this connection, you are someone who provides compassion, empathy, shelter, protection, love. And I never really appreciated that before. Now I miss the pleasure that I have experienced with you. The emotional and even spiritual pleasure. And I am very overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed that my mind is racing. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I feel that in this connection, I am very overwhelmed. There's a lot of mental anguish, impatience, frustration. And I need time to sort things out. You may be wondering why I haven't given you an answer. Why don't I reach out? It's simply because I am a mess. Mentally, I'm not grounded. I need to ground myself. And I also feel very awkward right now in this situation that's occurred. The feelings that I have for you, between us, I feel now things are very awkward, and there is a sense of hopelessness from my side. I find it difficult being with you. I find it difficult reaching out because things are just simply uncomfortable. So much has happened. So much has changed. A part of me does not even know how to connect with you anymore because you've seen that side of me, the dark side, the shadow side, the side that I never really wanted you to see. But you have seen me being impulsive, compulsive, and even aggressive sometimes. In you, I have found someone who shows me what beauty is in life. You define beauty. For me, not only are you beautiful on the outside, but on the inside as well. Your charm, your talents, your charisma, your personality. Everything about you is beautiful, and I see that you are one with nature. To me, you are like the shining sun, so radiant, full of life, bringer of goodness. You also have a way of showing me who I truly am. I have, no doubt, betrayed you. I have been that person that you thought you knew, and it turns out you never really knew me at all. You thought you could predict me, you thought you knew me. And now things have changed. So much has changed. I understand we have our differences. And I understand that it's very difficult to move on. I can't change the past. I cannot take back what it is that I did. This is why I'm overwhelmed, and this is why I feel awkward. I understand I've caused you heartache and pain. There is hurt, and there is pain. You've gone through it. You have experienced it, and I was the cause of it. There's a part of me now that just simply wants to open up to you, to talk to you about certain things that are in my heart and my mind, certain things I can't share with anyone, certain things that I need to share with you. Overall, when I think of you, we are a team. We complement each other. If I'm the moon, you're the sun. We come and go, we dance in perfect harmony. You create the balance for me, and you make me feel grounded. I feel so attached to you, spiritually. And when you're not around, my world is a mess. I understand I have not been that responsible. But going forward, I want to be that person who can take charge, and finally you can rely on me, and I want to have some burdens on my shoulders. I want to take responsibility for the things that I've done in the past and the things that are going to occur in the coming days in the future. For now, all I can do is think about the love that exists and that existed in the past. I know I need to move forward, but a part of me also still lives in the past. All right. Cancer. Earlier when I said there were some cards, for some reason I completely did not see betrayal. So you have 3 cards in this deck. 3 cards that were a bit dark, not 2. All right. I'm going to have a look at another deck. And this is the Lover's Path Tarot. I'm going to give it a good shuffle. So this is for those of you who may have been in this connection with somebody and things were going great, right? Things were going fine. But then all of a sudden, you started to notice these things and your person of interest started to keep their distance. What happened? Why were they acting like this? What was the reason behind it? The first set of cards we just looked at, that is the current situation of your person of interest, what their current situation is. These cards, I read a little bit and I go a little bit into the past to have a look at what happened back then where things started to change. Here, we're dealing with a situation where a long while ago, you started to feel as if this person may have ghosted you. They could have ghosted you, could have been a long while, could have just been recent. But there's a lack of closure. So this is for those of you who never received any closure and you needed it, you deserve it. This is for those of you who are in this situation and they may have faded over time and you wonder what happened between us. This behavior was not called for. The communication between the both of you may be quite less. Something happened. You just don't know how to fix it. Something was on this person's mind. Let's have a look at what that was. This is a little bit in the past. These cards I do read in the reverse. So we have here the King of Staffs followed by the 7 of Coins. Let's have a look. The King of Staffs. All right. With the King of Staffs, it talks about how this person, you see, back in the day, they may have come to you in the guise of, or rather in this aura of them being a king. Not a queen, not a knight, not even a page, right? This is a king. Somebody who knows it all. Somebody who has it all. And that truly made an impression, didn't it? You trusted them, you believed whatever it is that they would tell you because that's all they would tell you. Here's the problem. This person, at some point in time, did lose that confidence. They did not feel that they had mastery of many things. Here, they didn't feel that they could support another individual. They wanted to harness these forces, but they were not quite strong enough to do so. Someone who seemed supportive, but wasn't reliable. Key word here, reliable. And I mentioned this earlier, right? When we first got that card, responsibility. This person is not responsible. They're not reliable. This is the problem. We also have here the 7 of Coins. Now, with the 7 of Coins, this is the card, right? Responsible. I was looking for that. So definitely we have a situation here where in the past, they may have seemed as if they were very responsible, but they were not. They came off as somebody who's a king, somebody that has it all, somebody that's like a know-it-all. But it took you maybe weeks, months, years, hopefully not decades, to realize this person is not what they appear to be. All right. 7 of coins. Let's have a look. This talks about how your person of interest at some point in time started to grow very impatient. They were giving because they were expecting something in return. They had thought that they were very nurturing. Waiting for a harvest of a creative project, personal relationships, or any venture that time and work is invested in. So they felt that they invested a lot of time, energy, and effort in this connection. Some of you might be rolling your eyes. Yeah, right? Some of you may be thinking, no, they did not invest any time, energy, or effort. It was just you. But please understand, for some of you, this person actually thought that even the little bit that they contributed, because they're a king, even the little bit was more than enough. Here, it talks about how they started to grow very impatient. And then they had the sense of insecurity about whether the reward received for the work rendered will be worth it. Wow, my God. Your person of interest here was, for some of you, this is not going to resonate for everybody. They started to display this sort of attitude that they were confident, that they knew it all. But the problem is they also felt that because... Okay, let me explain it this way. If we have someone who's an actual king, or someone who's a prime minister or president, right? Their time is valuable, right? Everybody's time is valuable, but theirs is because there's other people counting on them, right? Now this person, imagine this, feels that they are the king. And every second that they dedicate to you is just so valuable. That's the issue here. They were deluded. We have a person here who's a little delusional, I'm sorry to say. Let's just snap out of that, people. Person of interest here, cross-watcher, whatever you were doing, however you were posing as, first of all, you don't have to. Be genuine in a connection. Be open and honest. Be clear. Yes, you may not have had confidence, but that doesn't mean that somebody will just walk all over you. Sometimes you find the right person and they will build you up. You work together as a team. Cancer, why did this person behave like this? Because they were scared. They were scared that they would not be enough, that they are not good enough. People don't do this sometimes just because they want to hurt you. They try to do it because they put on this act that, you know what? I can be someone who's the leader and I'm going to lead this connection and we're going to be a team. The problem is they bit off more than they could chew, more than they could digest. That's the issue here. It was too overwhelming for them. And they, by nature, just their nature was very unreliable. Why? Because they were dressed as a king, but they were not really a king. They were not able to handle it. They did not have that much wisdom, that much experience. And here we have the same person who was spending so much time, even if it's a little bit. They felt that they spent enough time on you and that they expected a lot in return. That's what you're dealing with. I don't even know what to say to that, guys. I don't even know. It is what it is, and this person did it because they wanted to be a better person. Unfortunately, it wasn't the right way of doing things. Sometimes there's shortcuts. This was a shortcut, right? But the shortcut didn't turn out right. Oh my. The shortcut I'm seeing is when we put a cake into an oven. Old traditional, fashionable, old tradition, or old-fashioned, traditional, I can't speak, oven. You put the cake in, okay? That is the way the connection should have been. What this person did was put it slightly in the microwave, then slightly put it in the toaster oven, and then they thought they got what it was that was needed in this connection. You see, that didn't work. Okay, shortcuts don't work. Who does that? People do that. People sometimes take shortcuts. Here we have the Beginner's Tarot. Aha. First card's the strongest. We have here Justice. So these are any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have. Anything may do, anything they may think in terms of their intentions. All right. We have your Justice. Now, with the Justice card, it does talk about how your person of interest here wants to make things better. So this is good because now this shows me that they have realized what they did was quite wrong. That there was not an equal give and take. There was not honesty. There was no honesty here. Now what they want to do is restore that. They want to be honest. They want to have an equal give and take. After that we have the Hierophant. With the Hierophant, it talks about how in this connection, your person of interest here feels that they want to have a commitment, but they also want the world to respect them, and they want the world to respect you. Things here talking a little bit about beliefs and traditions. There's a little bit of that going on here. Followed by the Devil card. So this is interesting. With the Devil card, to me, it talks about sometimes sexual addiction, sexual attraction to the point where it's an obsession. The person may be in this state of mind, very lustful, very passionate. One of the issues here is also that no matter what happens, sometimes they feel, whether they are with you, whether they are not with you, it's like they can't live with you and they can't live without you. They have an issue here. They have a problem where they are unable to be in this connection with you. Certain things that have happened, they just feel that sometimes it's too much. They can't handle it. They feel that no matter where they go, no matter what they do, something happens. And they always end up thinking about you. And we do have here a king of cups. Now this one, Cancer, is genuine. The King of Cups is somebody who loves you like a king. They have this heart. You make them extremely emotional. But the love that they have is at a very high level, okay? So they do love you. There's no doubt about that, okay? It's just that the approach that they had, they tried to also be like a king. But it just didn't work out back then because they did not feel that confidence that truly was needed. They're very judgmental. They're also very self-conscious. I see that here. What they look like, who they are in front of you, how other people view them, what other people's opinions are. That does matter to this person. Here we also have the Fool. Now this is interesting, isn't it? We have a king, yet we have a fool too. So this person's personality in terms of reaching out to you, that's exactly it. They don't think. They take action first and they think later. And that way mistakes are made. If you rush into a connection with this person, Cancer, if the person tries to come and just sweep you off your feet, this is the issue. The Fool card is the issue because here it talks about how, no matter what happens, even if they come into your life, there is a problem that could occur. It could finish as soon as it had started. Why? Because it's a Fool card. This is a fool. It's foolish behavior. Taking action first and thinking later, not really getting into the nitty-gritty. Why are they doing this? Why are they so impulsive, compulsive, and maybe even aggressive? Because the past is haunting them. The past that has occurred between the both of you, they're obsessing over it. They love it, they desire it, they want it back. Everything that happened in the past, they want to rebuild it, they want to fix it, they want to reconstruct it. They want to do this because they love you. Because they feel that everything that happened after this, it wasn't the real them. And so they want to rebuild a connection with you. They want to have a second chance with you so that they can have everything that you guys had in the past, that first touch, the first glance, the first kiss. The first time your eyes met and that heart just started beating. They want that feeling again. But this time they want to make it right. They want the foundation to have a lot of love, and they want it to be more of a commitment, and where there is tradition, where there are values, where the beliefs are being appreciated by both sides. It's not bad, Cancer. It's not bad. I do see this person trying to reach out to you. They are trying to make things better based on the foundation. So it's funny how this person's actually going back to the foundation. That's what they're doing. They're going back to the source. I'm seeing a fish. It's like a goldfish, but it's in a lake. It has a lake. But then there was a small little river. And the fish got caught and it started going down that river. Now it's trying to find its way back. It has found some streams. It's cute. It's wiggling like this, I see. And it's trying to find its way back to that lake where it originally had started from. So I see here that what this lake, this means, it symbolizes, in my mind's eye, I'm seeing this. It's a lake that has like coniferous trees around it, I think, like what are they called? Christmas trees? Like, the trees that you have mostly above the equator, right? But it's aligned around like this, and then you have the lake there. But that's what I'm seeing, and it's blue. It's dark, but very dark blue water. This is not aqua or anything, it's very dark blue water. And it left, and this means to me that your person of interest here was with you at some point in time, and then they actually left. They have left for a while. Now, whatever adventures that little fish was on, whatever tides it had to go through, the rough rides, tough nights when they couldn't find anything to eat, it's been there, done that. It discovered that it's not supposed to be on that path. And then it found that stream. And now it's starting to come back into your life, into that lake, because that is where it belongs. That is its home. And you are this person's home. Wow. Let's have a look. I have here Archangel answer cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. All right, first card's the strongest here. We have no need to worry. There's no need to worry the way the cards come out. No. There's no need to worry. Wow, you guys, some of you are freaking out over this. Don't worry about it. You don't have to be so anxious. Unfortunately, I know it's easier said than done, guys, but when you're in it, I know what it's like, right? And it's very difficult to get out of it. But if you don't, you are going to be attracting a lot of negative energy. And that is going to just bring you down in so many ways. So you got to be strong. You have to be a bit more logical. I know there's hardly any logic in love, but you have to think about it. Think about what your family is saying, what your friends are saying, people that you trust, right? People may have told you about red flags and things like that. See right here, it's up to you. Yep, it's up to you. So some of you may want to move on from this person because certain things just didn't turn out the way that you are, that you had thought. That's why you got the card reconsider. You may need to reconsider what it is. A year from now. That's a very long time. I know. But it's worth it. It's worth it. Abundance. Beautiful. All right, Cancer. We have a pretty interesting set of cards here now. First of all, many of you must be worried. You are. And all I can say with an exclamation mark, it says here, no, there's no need to be worried. The answers that you need, meditation and prayer will bring you answers. This is meditating on the divine, the holy white light of God. Asking those questions and getting those answers. Now, Angel Fakiel, you can read a little bit about her on my website. She's told me that 21 minutes is good enough. If you don't have time, it's good enough for meditation. 2 to 3 minutes for prayer. Okay? Nothing less than that. Anything beyond that is fine. But here, you have to mean it. It's kind of like a Wi-Fi connection. The stronger the connection, the stronger the upload and the download. Celestial beings, God, angels, within a split second, they are in your energy. But you have to mean it. Okay? You have to actually believe it. These are things, beings that we do not see. They can see us, but we can't see them. In the spirit form, we can see them. But because we're in this body right now, we have a limitation on our brain. So it does not allow us to see it. But we can feel it sometimes. Here, intuitively, because there's going to be meditation, it brings answers. You will be receiving answers to some questions. This could come in the form of words, of music, people talking to you, giving you advice. This could be even in your head. Sometimes you may hear a voice in your head and it gives you an idea. It's a reoccurring thought. That comes from the divine. And if you feel that it is a very dark and negative energy, then you know it's not the divine. Okay, you'll intuitively feel it. You'll intuitively know it. Here we also have the card, it's up to you. So this is one of the cards that I interpret as, okay, now it's a choice. Some of you may want to be with this person. Others of you, you're kind of done. You don't want to be. And that's up to you. But either way, whatever choice you make, things can work out. We have here also reconsider. After you get those answers, you're going to be able to think about what you wanted, how you want this to work out. Do you even want this anymore, right? Reconsider what it is that you're going to say, whatever it is that you're going to do in this connection, however you want it to go. You will have that information in order to make a decision. We also have here a year from now. This is for both groups. From now until the next year, from now until the next few months, there's going to be abundance coming into your life. This abundance could be financially, but because this is a love reading, I'm seeing here more of a connection with this individual, but also other people that may be interested in you. Okay, so there is abundance coming. Now, some of you may have seen this card last year. It may irritate some of you to see it again. This is the way this deck is. It does not have anything that says 3 years from now, 5 years from now. It only goes up to a year from now. And if it's not meant to be right now, then it's not going to happen, right? It happens when it's supposed to happen. We also have here trust. Some of you are worried and you do not really trust in the divine. Now, please understand, sometimes when things don't work out with people, it's because you're resonating on a higher vibration, a happier, a more positive frequency. And your person of interest just doesn't resonate with you. No matter how it happens, it's never going to work out. And sometimes that is for the best. Because the angels, God, the celestial beings, they know that your future is slightly different than what it is right now. And your future needs someone better so that both of you elevate. But you cannot be with somebody where you are becoming lower and lower at a lower energy level, because that would defeat the purpose of all that exists. Because we are supposed to be elevating. We're supposed to be better than what we were before. So sometimes, guys, if you feel, you've caught somebody doing this, or you've seen somebody texting someone and they're not supposed to, right? These certain scenarios and circumstances we find ourselves in that really break our hearts, there's sometimes a reason for it, because that is a sign from the universe, a warning sign, a flashing for you to be aware. Are you going to forgive them? Or are you going to move on? Sometimes it's just supposed to be that, you know what? You thought it was a good experience, but you've now made the mistake, which is actually experience. So think of it as an experience and you will be able to move on. All of the things we do, it's an experience. The only thing, Cancer, I would advise is that when we do go through these experiences, it's difficult to forget, right? But it is important to remember, right? Remember what happened. Do not repeat the same mistakes, because then you may get the same result. So always try to be a little different. Cancer, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. For those of you who are new, I do have another channel called Asnointia Audio, and there you can find some videos on past life and spiritual connections, what and who they are. I also have some videos on relationship-related advice, and I also have one on negative energies. What and who are negative energies, how to recognize and remove. And I have a few other ones there too. Please do have a look, and please do write in the comments. You'll see other people also have commented, and you may just relate to what it is that they have to say. It's a nice community because you realize that, you know what, you're not alone. And no, you're not losing your mind. So don't think that. Also, guys, if some of you are interested in personal readings, yes, I do personal readings. The link is below in the description box here. You can also visit my website directly, which is www.asnointia.com. In the rates and packages section, that is where you can find the packages that are available. Okay, or you could just use the link that's below. It's probably easier, the link that's below. When you get to the website, you'll see that I do have descriptions for each package. So please do have a look at the description. You can, you'll know what to expect, right, when you place an order. The past life package, that takes a little bit more time. So please do, be patient, but it's important to get that sometimes, because if you feel that you cannot let go, if you feel that there's this crazy obsession, there's a reason for it, because you guys have a connection that's beyond just the flesh. Okay. This is your soul. This is even your spirit. Things that we do not see, there's a connection. And that particular reading does help a lot of people sometimes find closure, or just to understand why the situation is so complex. And of course, I do love readings. That's also there, the Express Love Reading. That's the audio, and it's a PDF. So it's a written report and an audio that I give to you. And also I have the Chakra Checkup, which is to teach you about negative energies, how to recognize, how to remove. I do have the ability of having a look remotely in your home at the negative energies, what you have, how many you have around your aura and inside of your body. So I do it 3 ways. I'd look at those 3 things. Not a lot of people do that. People just look, and I've learned this the hard way, guys. That's why I know this now, right? I've been through it all. And that's why I look not only at the body, but around the body and in your home. So the Chakra Checkup package is a personalized reading for that. I do have self-help guides. One is also called a Holy Light package if you want to get rid of negative energies too, but you don't want a reading. So please have a look at that. And please do. You guys know I'm going to start asking this now, because before I never did. Okay. But now my channel is lost apparently on YouTube. People can't find me anymore. Please do, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'd like to get back up there so that I can also help people, heal people through, through love readings, but also heal people with getting rid of that negative energy, right? We need to get rid of a negative energy in order to manifest better things in our lives, because negative energies block it from happening. Once that's clear, everything that is owed to you karmically, everything that is written in your book of life should come. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys again. Take care. Stay safe. Bye now.